So there is a command to output the journal. You do have to use sudo for this one. So journalctl, similar to systemctl, right? If you just run journalctl, it's going to give you a lot of stuff. This is all the journal entry, especially if you do it as sudo because you're in the context of root. It's showing you everything. You can hit Q to quit that. But if we just want to see something for a particular unit, we can use -u. In my case, I only care about weather.service. So now this is going to show me every single time it runs, because it's going to log every time it runs that it started the service and that it finished the service, right? So started, finished, etc., etc., etc. Now, if you remember, I also output data with the logger command, and the logger command doesn't go to a unit file. So in that case, I have to pipe this into grep and search for weather, right? And then this will run the same thing, journalctl, but it'll show me all the log entries that are related to either it has the weather.service unit or it's from the logger, and you can see where it just says weather. So the logger command, I used weather as the output. So now I get a little bit more logging. I can see more stuff here, right? And maybe a little bit too much. So what I could do is for journalctl, I can tell it just give me the last 100 lines, right? So take the last 100 lines and only show me the last 100 lines that have something to do with the weather service, which is now what I'm seeing. So I can see every single time it was successfully able to output the weather to that file. And again, I can just type WTTR to see the current weather. And you can see it's kind of chilly here right now. It's 27 degrees. So we learned how to use the journal. We learned how to set up a service, set up a timer, and then we can manage those services. And I encourage you to kind of play around with some of the options with systemctl. You can check the status of a service. You can check the status of a timer. You can check if there's any error messages. It'll show if there was errors while it was trying to start and so forth. And then we'll kind of play with this a little bit more in some of the other units.